Good afternoon and welcome to this year's NFL Quarterback Challenge here on Hawaii's beautiful island of Kauai. Along with my partner Rodney Cole, I'm Brian Kelly, and we'll be bringing you live coverage of the Quarterback Challenge. Now Rodney, how competitive do these guys get when participating in an event like today's Quarterback Challenge?
I think you can expect to see each quarterback working hard and making a good effort to win this competition. These guys compete against each other all the time, and today is no exception.
You're right, Rodney. These guys compete for a living, so I'm expecting to see a good battle out here today. That will lead us to the start of this year's NFL Quarterback Challenge. First up for today's Quarterback Challenge is the speed and mobility portion of our event. How important is this event to our competitors here today?
Well, there's a lot more to it than that. This is a well-designed event, Brian. These quarterbacks get to move around and show their speed. But the critical part of this event is the timing and accuracy needed for the throw at the end. The timing comes into play when you cross that red line. That's when you're allowed to let the football go. And the quicker you can get rid of the ball, the faster your time will be. Not only do you have to release the ball quickly, but you have to be accurate. Now, the target looks close and it looks easy, but believe me, with the pressure of this being a timed event, it's a lot harder than it looks.
Take us through the speed and mobility course that these guys will have to contend with today.
Well, Brian, this is a good test of quarterback skills. Each quarterback will start by taking the ball off the podium, run around to his right, duck under the first defender, then he comes back across the field and cuts in between two other defenders. Lastly, he'll have to hurdle a bar, cross the red line, and then make a pass at the target. He'll be judged not only on his speed, but also on the accuracy of his throw.
Now miss the target and 1 full second is added to your time. You can deduct time from your score the closer you get to the center of the target. There's no penalty when you hit the outside ring. 1/4 second is deducted if the second ring is hit, and a bullseye will take half a second from the time it takes to complete the course. We're about to begin. Anything you want to add, Rodney?
I think we've covered everything. Let's get this challenge started.
All right, well, our first quarterback in the speed and mobility will be Ron Paulus. Perfect throw on the run, and he paints the bullseye. Let's take a look at his. Next up is Jonathan Quinn. Nice throw there, and he strikes the second ring for a 1/4 second bonus. Mike Quinn will be up next in this event. He strikes the second ring, and a 1/4 second will be deducted from his time. Here are the. Phil Simms is next up in the. And the ball hits the outer ring, resulting in no penalty or bonus to the time for his run. His total time for this run is 10.69. Our next competitor in the speed and mobility event is Akili Smith. Great throw there, and it hits the second ring. That will be a 1/4. Cordell Stewart will be up next in this event. Right on target there as he hits the second ring. That will give him a 1/4 second bonus. Next up is Vinnie Testo. He strikes the second ring, and a quarter of a second will be deducted from his time. And he'll end up with a 9.14. Our last competitor for this first round is Marcus Tuiassasopo. Right on target there as he hits the second ring. That will give him a quarter-second bonus to his time. Marcus Tuiassasopo will end up with a 8.83. Here are our leaders so far in the speed and mobility portion of our contest. Our next competitor in the speed and mobility event is Mike Quinn. He hit the bullseye! That will be half a second deduction from his time.
The key to this run...
Akili Smith is next up in this event. To take over first place, he'll have to beat the time. Great throw there, and it hits the second ring. That will be a quarter of a second bonus for him on this run.
Good job hitting that second ring and making a clean run through the obstacles. This will definitely help him in the standings.
Let's check out the official time for his run. Mike Quinn takes the lead in the overall standings after winning this first event. And that will bring up the accuracy event. What's it going to take to win this one, Rodney?
Well, to score a lot of points in this event, you have to do a number of things. First of all, you have to move fast. The longer you wait between each throw, the farther the target will move away from you. And the farther away that target gets, the harder the throw becomes. Another thing you have to do is keep your feet moving. A lot of quarterbacks get up here and they move like they're stuck in concrete, and as a result, they throw inaccurate passes. The best thing to do is to pretend you're actually in a game situation.
And here is how the accuracy event works. 3 balls from the first station are thrown at the target moving from right to left. The next 3 balls are thrown at the target moving from left to right. And then the competitors have to roll out to their right and hit one of the 2 deep targets for big points. And as a side note, the left-handed competitors will have the course reversed, so they're not at a disadvantage. Phil Sims is up first for the accuracy event. And here are the results in the accuracy competition for... Next up will be Cordell Stewart. Cordell Stewart comes away with a grand total of 34 points. Vinnie Testo is our next quarterback to compete. And here are the results in the accuracy competition for Vinnie Testo. Up next for the accuracy event, we have Marcus Tuiassasopo. Here are the results in the accuracy competition for our next quarterback in the accuracy competition. And here are his final results on the accuracy comp. Our next quarterback in the accuracy competition is Jonathan. And here are his final results on the accuracy. Akili Smith is our next quarterback to compete. Akili Smith comes away with a grand total of 54 points. Akili Smith leads the... Mike Quinn will wrap up our accuracy contest. And here are the results in the accuracy competition for Mike Quinn. And at the end of the accuracy event, our winner is Mike Quinn. The next event coming up today is the long distance throw. Is it always the strongest arm that wins this event, Rodney?
Well, it's a combination of both. The landing area where the players are trying to throw the ball is 50 yards downfield, and it's only 10 yards wide. Just getting the ball there requires a lot of arm strength. Then making it land in that small area is a task all itself.
Here are the rules to the long ball competition. Rodney, you know me. The fewer rules there are, the better I like it. And there really is only one rule to worry about here. After the first 50 yards, the ball must stay within the 10-yard wide landing zone. It's that simple. Each player will get 2 attempts, with the best one counting. Phil Simms is up first for the long distance event. What a heck of a throw! This one could put him in the lead. It stays in, an awesome throw of 76 yards.
Now that's how you throw the ball. He had a nice tight spiral and it carried it the distance.
Awesome release, and this one is a rocket. It stays in bounds, and that will be good for 75 yards.
What a throw! I had no idea.
Marcus Tuiassasopo will now have his... And he lets it go. And a pretty decent throw for Marcus Tuiassasopo.
This was a good throw. He still has another one, but this...
The next competitor making his first throw in the long ball event will be... Ron Paulus with the release. Good throw here, and it ends up being 69 yards.
Nice throw, and it stayed in bounds. He still has a...
Up to attempt his first pass is Jonathan. Nice throw by Jonathan Quinn. Decent throw for Jonathan Quinn.
That was a...
Vinnie Testo steps up to... Nice spiral and good distance on the throw. And this one stays in and he'll be credited. Now up to attempt his first throw is Akili Smith. And he gets all of this one. What a throw! It lands inside the area, and that will be a throw of 74 yards.
Man, the ball came out of there like it was shot out of a cannon.
Mike Quinn will now... Good throw here, Rodney. It stays in bounds, and he gets a nice throw of 64 yards.
This was a good throw. He still has another one, but this should relieve some of the pressure because...
And there it goes. Good throw here, and it ends up being 67 yards. Up next to throw is Vinnie Testo. What a throw! This one is going a long way. And this lands in the area for a throw of 71 yards.
He had a good throw with his first attempt, but...
Our next competitor is Mike Quinn. Nice spiral and good distance on the throw. Decent throw for Mike Quinn. Our next quarterback is Marcus Tuiassasopo. He got some nice distance on that throw, Rodney. Spectacular throw here for a total of 73 yards.
His first throw was a good one, but he got a lot more into this one and improved his overall score. Great job by Mark.
Ron Paulus with the release. It stays in bounds, and he gets a nice throw of 70 yards. Akili Smith steps in to make... And a great throw. If this stays in, it could be a record. Spectacular throw here for a total. Cordell Stewart is up next in the long-distance competition. Not an accurate throw, Rodney. This one is sure to land outside the target area. That's one you'll want to forget. Our next competitor is Phil Simms. And he gets all of this one. What a throw! It stays in bounds, and that will be good for 76 yards. Next up is read and recognition. And Rodney, what are the skills needed to excel in this event?
This is where the challenge is won or lost. Not only is this event worth the most points overall, but it also puts the quarterbacks into a game-type situation. These guys will drop back and have to recognize which receivers are open based on whether or not they have the flags up above the target. I'm thinking with all the talented quarterbacks out there right now, we could see some high scores.
The rules for the read and recognition event are as follows. Each player gets 4 throws. The short target is always live and stationary. There will be 4 intermediate targets, and they're worth anywhere from 12 to 26 points. The deep target is live and is worth a maximum of 60 points for a bullseye. Jonathan Quinn is preparing to make his first throw in the read and recognition event. And this pass goes way right of the target for 0 points. Right on target as he hits the second ring for 27 points. Perfect throw, and he paints the bullseye for 60 points. Hits the third ring for 30 points. And he finishes off the event with a grand total of 100. Ron Paulus steps up to try his luck. And the throw strikes the second ring for 27 points. Nice throw as he hits the second ring for 45 points. And he hits the target, but fails to get inside the rings. No score. Great throw, and he nails the bullseye for 12 points. At the end of the event, he finishes with a total of 84 points. Next up is Phil Simms. And he completely misses the target on that throw, Rodney. Decent throw as he strikes the outer ring for 18 points. And it sails wide right, completely missing the target. No score. Not a good throw as it sailed wide off to the left. No points for that throw. Coming up next in this event is the throw hits the target but doesn't land inside the rings. No points awarded. And he manages to hit the outer ring for 30 points. And he completely misses the target. Great throw, and he nails the bullseye. Cordell Stewart finishes this round. Up next is Marcus Tuiassasopo. And the throw strikes the second ring for 27 points. Perfect throw, and he paints the bullseye for 36 points. And the ball hits the outer ring, resulting in 30 points. Not a good throw as it sailed way off to the right. No points for this throw. Next up is Vinnie Testo. Nice throw as he hits the second ring for 45 points. And this pass goes way right of the target for 0 points. Great throw, and he nails the bullseye. And he completely misses the target. Vinnie Testo will finish. Coming up next in this event is And the ball hits the outer ring, resulting in 18 points. Decent throw as he strikes the outer ring for 18 points. Right on target as he hits the second ring for 45 points. And the throw strikes the second ring for 45 points. And Akili Smith steps up to try his... Right on target as he hits the second ring for 27 points. And the pass goes way left of the target for 0 points. Well, he hit the target, but not within the rings. No points awarded. Hits the third ring for 30 points. At the end of the event, he finishes with a total of 57. That ends our NFL Quarterback Challenge for this year. Let's take a look at our winner. Mike Quinn will take home the overall win in this year's NFL Quarterback Challenge. For Acclaim Sports and Rodney Cole, this is Brian Kelly saying aloha from beautiful Hawaii. And thank you for joining us for this year's NFL Quarterback Challenge.